What if Pep Guardiola managed to win another league this season? This is a big what if because it could make the Premier League look like really a farmers' league. Only one team. In the last 8 years, Pep Guardiola won 6 times. Unheard of. What if? Let's check on the table. So far in the Premier League, Liverpool are ahead with 46 points, but they still have one game in hand. It's not a guarantee they're going to win or lose that game, so nobody knows. And if you look at Manchester City, they are 6th on the table by the time of recording after 20 games, 34 points. So Liverpool are ahead with 12 points, but it could move to 15 points if they win their game in hand. So a long way to go, but don't write Manchester City off yet. I've seen people drop points like crazy, and unexpected teams can win the league. And this is going to be very embarrassing for the Premier League if Manchester City, with Pep Guardiola, after everything they went through, come back and win the league. Let's check on the form guide of late Manchester City. As you can tell, the last 5 games, they lost 2 against Aston Villa and against Manchester United. And then they drew against Everton. After that, they won 2 games in a row. Look at that. Against Leicester City, 2-0. And against West Ham, 4-1. So this is going to be something else. And their next game is going to be against Brentford away. But I think Manchester City got some kind of momentum now. And I think they're going to win this game. The scary part of it is Manchester City always get better in the second half of the season. Yes, they had a lot of injuries, including Rodri, who is going to be out for the rest of the season. But they are going on the market to try to get the business done. And that is scary. That's what we're going to talk about in this video. The 2 key players that Manchester City are bringing this January could be game changers. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Take 1 second to help the channel, and it will be much appreciated.
Here we go.
Let's talk about the first player that Manchester City are going after. His name is Khusanov. He plays for Lens in France. And when I watch this guy, I'm jealous. He got everything. 20 years only. But he plays like somebody who is on his prime, 26 or 28 years old. He looks very mature. He's a center back, but he can also play from different positions. And we all know that Pep Guardiola likes to do that. He likes to change people's positions, put them probably in positions that they don't feel comfortable, but most of the time it works for Pep Guardiola. You can tell even with many players that he bought in the past, he tried to change them positions. Guardiola sometimes can play in the midfield, sometimes can play as a fullback. He's changing his positions and it's working. So this guy, I am not expecting him to be a center back only, but he will play in different positions. Very, very good, versatile brother. And I can't wait to see him in the Premier League because Premier League need quality. So according to Ben Jacobs, as you can tell here, Manchester City are advancing. You know, the talks are advancing between the 2 clubs, Lens and Manchester City. And apparently, Khusanov is ready to join the Citizen. let's wait and see what's going to happen with this one.
You know, and a gym, they doing their work, they doing and they force what.
And then the second guy that wanna join Manchester City, he's from Frankfurt, and his name is Omar Marmoush. He's from Egypt, Mo Salah's brother, and he's an attacker, a forward, a winger, an attacking midfielder, a number 10, a number 8, can play from both wings. Very, very versatile. This season, he scored 13 goals and made 7 assists over there in Germany in the Bundesliga. So the question is he going to reproduce the same kind of form that he's having in the Bundesliga and do it in the Premier League? That is always a risk. That is always a big question, because we've seen many players from other leagues, they come to the Premier League and they're not doing that good. I'm not saying that he's not gonna do that good, but all I'm saying is every transfer is a big risk. You never know what you got from any player that you're gonna buy from another league. Green turf. City will be stronger in the second half of the season, as always. Manchester City fans are celebrating as City Extra here. You know, love emojis. What happened to Omar Marmoush going to Liverpool? No, I mean, you can be linked with everybody under the sun. It doesn't mean that necessarily you are going to that club, you know. Agent, many sources might just go there and link their client to anybody, you know. They just link and it means nothing the end of the day. So there you have it. If City manage to get them, I'm sure they're gonna fight for the Premier League. Probably not to win it, but they're gonna play a big role when it comes to who's gonna win the league between Arsenal and Liverpool.
Wait a minute! Who are you?
Did you see years ago when Chelsea played a big role on who's gonna win the Premier League between Tottenham Hotspurs and Leicester? City were 10th. They finished 10th that season. But what happened is they played a big role because they were beating big teams that were supposed to be fighting for the title. So they took point away from those big teams, allowing Leicester City to win the league. If that makes sense. So you can play a big role without winning it. But City are going to be there in the race and they're going to play that big role. I don't think Liverpool are going to be unbeaten until the end. I think they're going to drop a lot of points. 15 points or 12 points, whatever, how you see it, is a lot. But this is the Premier League. Anybody can beat anybody.